Okay, okay. Oh, oh, I think a few people will be feeling the same. Hello, it's me. I'm back home from TFNation 2026. This is going to be my thoughts and boughts video. I'm going to put it all together because I don't really have the time. Even though I'm off this week, I don't really have the luxury of splitting things up too much. I've already uploaded, if you haven't seen it already, check the description below. I have already uploaded my special TFNation vlog. Hope you enjoy it. It's a long watch, but it's just a little over an hour, but it gives you a good idea. And if you enjoy this video, and if you've enjoyed everything I've produced in regards to TFNation this year, please remember to subscribe, comment, rate, like, all that jazz, share with your friends. Wow, TFNation 2026. What? Still trying to process it. I am still in process mode. I am lost. I am completely lost. I don't know what to do with myself. And it's just kind of like everything. This is the first opportunity today since getting home that I've been able to actually de-stress, process everything, sit down, actually have a decent sleep as well. You know what, it's worth it. I spoke to a couple of people throughout the weekend of that, even though we feel the pain, we are not as young as we once was. I know some people are older than me, but I'm only 36, but even I'm starting to feel it. Even though we are in pain, and we are aching, every muscles that we didn't know ached is aching currently. It is worth it. It is worth the pain. It is worth it because it's just the experience of TFNation each time. It's the people, it's the really great down-to-earth individuals that I meet every time I go to TFNation. That they are the people, my extended TFNation family. They are the ones that make it such a special event for me. And that's what makes me constantly keep coming back each year. But the event itself was absolutely incredible. If there was any issues behind the scenes, you would not have an inkling of any issues going down. It was just incredible. The concert on the Saturday night was the creme de la creme of this year's event, and those of you that managed to get a ticket for the Vince DiCola concert, you know exactly how much of a treat that was. Commiserations, there was a few people that I spoke to over the weekend that sadly missed out on the concert. My God, that concert with a bunch of Transformers fans in one space, it was a very intimate thing as well because they did it, I don't mean it in that way, I mean the fact that the way they set it up is because like when they did Stan Bush, when they did the Stan Bush concert, it was a proper concert where you were standing. You was all standing and they did like a segregation thing, like barriers, and then you had the stage. But this time around, they did a bit more of an intimate, bit more of a simpler kind of affair where everybody was seated just like a panel. We basically go in there, we have to queue, we was in the queue having a laugh, and then you would have seen that in the vlog anyway. And then so we go into the concert and I'm sitting there with Richard Fieldhouse. I'm there with Sammy was there, but not in our row, but he was there anyways. So it was Tony, Mark, Rich, Chris, America's Ass himself, Chris Evans, and a couple of other people on our row. Being surrounded by some good friends and being surrounded by other like-minded individuals that were really vibing, really having a good time, having a good laugh, singing along to the songs. It was absolutely incredible. And it was the fact that it was Vince DiCola's first time performing in the UK with his music. is another special added thing to the event. He did a little bit of Rocky IV, because obviously he worked on the Rocky IV soundtrack as well, so he did a couple of songs from that film. He also did Battle for Autobot City. I believe he did the Death of Optimus Prime, and he also did the Angry Birds theme as well. What an incredible experience that concert was. It was just absolutely beautiful. The event itself was fantastic. Obviously, we got there. Tony, sat SG1, Sam was in Firestorm, and our good friend Lawrence. Lawrence lives in Leicester. He made his way there himself this time around. But me, Tony, and Sam, we travelled up together on the same coach. We went up via National Express. We got there on the Thursday. We were first greeted by Sam Silvermoon, or Real Sam, as we call her, and Richard Fieldhouse. They were both outside as we got up, as we rolled up to the Hilton in the taxi. So we said a quick hello to those two, and then me and Sam made a beeline for the Arden, because we were staying at the Arden this year. And so we go to the Arden, get checked in, got our bags and everything, dropped everything off, and then we went back to the Hilton to see everybody. The Thursday crowd, there was a lot more there for the Thursday this year than last year. I noticed there was, even though it was still not as busy as the Friday, Saturday and so on, but it was still a good crowd. You had the Transformers The Show guys there was J-Bot, there was, who else was there the Thursday? I can't remember, it's such a whirl, but anyway, so there was a lot of people there on the Thursday. It was a good crowd of people. And so yeah, the Thursday went without a hitch. We found out that the bar has now moved from cash. Now it's all card only, so that screwed a few people over, because I brought cash with me, hoping that I could actually spend some of that cash I brought with me at the bar as well. So yeah, the Friday, I was there Thursday right through to the Monday. We came home Monday, so trying to backtrack on myself. So Friday, we get up in the morning, we go down for breakfast, me and Sam at the Arden. The breakfast wasn't too bad. We only had breakfast once at the Arden, and there's a reason for it. I don't know if Sam Firestorm's going to make a video about, when he gets home. I don't know, but yeah, we got hit by a security deposit at the Arden. Yeah, so we go down for breakfast on the Friday morning. It's a little bit like the Hilton. They had like a full English selection. They had a continental selection. They had cereals. They had all that. So I had a bit of a full English on the Friday morning. And then we made our way to the Hilton for the Friday festivities. We went down to registration. I don't have my wristbands at the moment, but anyway. So yeah, basically, so we got down for registration on the Friday morning, got our wristbands. I picked up my t-shirt. I just have to say a quick shout out to Grace again, because she came up to me on the Friday before we went down to registration that there might be a slight mix-up with the t-shirts, because I pre-ordered a t-shirt from TFNation just before going. So roughly about 2 weeks before TFNation came around, I decided to pre-order, because they were starting to sell out of the t-shirts for pre-orders. So I went on and I managed to get myself a t-shirt, which you will see soon. I will show it in the haul side of the video. She said that apparently they ordered the t-shirts and not all of them arrived. Yeah, so we go down to registration, get my wristbands, and my t-shirt was there, so I'm very happy with that. So I managed to get my t-shirt. Then I went to a couple panels on the Friday. I went to TF Raw panel. I actually spoke to that guy a couple times throughout the weekend. The guy was really nervous. It was what's really quite incredible about that? I've forgotten the guy's name. Please, if you're watching this video, let me know in the comments what your name is again, because I'm so bad with names and remembering new people that I've never spoke to properly before. But yeah, the guy that hosted TF Raw at the panel, he did it alongside Jim Sorensen. I spoke to him just before he went on stage. I think this was his second time I think it was his second time coming to TFNation, and it was his first time ever going up on stage. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of pressure to put on you right at the beginning of you going to TFNation, because I know in myself, even though some people say to me that my confidence has bloomed over the years, but going up on a stage is a totally different ball game. Going up on a stage and finding that courage to stand in front of an auditorium or a room full of people and project yourself and try to come over clearly and very concise, really try to deliver a good experience for the crowd. And you have to keep all that in mind. And the fact that he pulled it off, and I went to his panel, I thought, you know what, I'm going to show my support for him. And I saw him as we were coming out of the TF Raw panel. I went up, I saw him and I just went up to him and shook his hand and said, really well done on that panel. Really, really well done on that panel. You did a great job considering it was your first time up on stage. And he was like, oh, thank you, I do appreciate that. And he was a real nice guy as well. Yeah, so I went to the TF Raw panel, and what else was on the Friday now? I'm trying to remember. Anyway, so I went to a couple panels on the Friday. The Friday evening, I went to the Transformers the movie screening. That was on the evening. That was really good. There was a panel before that as well, so I went to that as well. So I was joined by, I think Tony was there. Yeah, it was Tony, Mark, and a couple of other people that I was sat with for the movie. That was really cool. Even though I've watched that movie so many times, but it was just so special to be in that room with all of them. And then Saturday, the Trader Hall opened. I didn't have early access. I never do. So I went straight to that morning, I went straight to the panel room, which is probably partly why I will get to the point I missed my chance of meeting Darren Norris, which is one little thing that I'm a little bit upset about. But at the same time, it's one of them. It was my own fault. I was running late that day. Yeah, so Saturday, I went to the panel room, checked out a couple of panels. Again, can't remember exactly what I watched, but you know, I went to some panels. Oh yeah, I went to, I think it was Darren Norris's panel on the Saturday. I went to that one. Opening ceremonies and all that, yeah. And oh yeah. So that's one. It's just coming back to me now. It's coming back at me in little bursts. But yeah, so I did the opening ceremony, did the some panels as well. I ended up in the opening sequence of the yeah, I was not expecting that. I was vibing along. It's a really good opening sequence thing that they put together for the opening ceremony. And you see me for like 2 seconds. There's like they kind of put little bit of segments in it of like the crowd from like a previous TFNation. So that you see like a pan view of the crowd. And then there's basically a little bit of video of me in a queue, and this must be going back a fair few years ago, and basically I'm in this queue and I look at the camera and I just go like that at the camera. So I didn't realise that was being filmed. I thought I was just the photo being taken at the time, but no, I ended up in the title sequence. I ended up on the big screen. That's never going to happen again. I was sat. Tony and everything, Tony and a couple of people were sat behind me, and they went, "Nolsey, it's you!" And I was like, "Oh my god!" So there was that. So yeah, the Saturday, I eventually got into the dealer room after the panels and stuff I went to see that morning. Got them. Oh yeah, I went to Scott Brownlee as well. Went to see Scott Brownlee's panel. So I went around the dealer room, bought some bits, and then went to see Darren Norris. Then the Sunday. I'm trying to make it as quick as possible. I'm already speaking well over 15 minutes just now. But anyway, so Sunday was much more of a chilled out one. I managed to go and meet I went to meet in person Vince DiCola. Managed to meet him in person. Really nice guy. And then I tried to go and meet Darren Norris on the Sunday as well. But as I approached the line, they capped it right there, and they weren't allowed to let anybody through. So I missed my chance, but it's one of them. I can't afford to do the on top, the meet and greet special like meet and greet thing that they do, the packages that they do. So yeah, that was pretty much Sunday. Was kind of much more of a chilled affair in regards to the rest of the days. I did a once over, as you would have seen in the vlog. I did. Did like a bit of videoing around the dealer room. So just giving you an idea of the layout this year for 2026, and picked up a few more bits, a couple more things. I think. Yeah, it did. It was the Sunday that I picked up some things, which you will see. But yeah, that was the only downside, was unable to meet Darren Norris. It was partly my fault, but at the same time, it was. I went in there about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was told the line got capped. As I said, you know, the line was capped, and we wasn't allowed to just stand in the area. So I kind of like walk off, and so I kind of walk off, and I come back, and it was too late. So I got told later that if I had not moved and stayed, then I would have had a chance to meet him in person. So yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed at that. Because I was told not to stand there, because, you know, to try and, you know, I understand the reason why not to stand there, because, you know, blocking people's access to stalls and things. But yeah, that kind of annoyed me a little bit, that I was kind of told not to stand there, but yet I had to stand there in order to get in the line. I'm sorry, but that to me was a little bit... I don't know what more I can really say, but I had a really great time, thoroughly enjoyed myself. You know, I had a really good time catching up with some really great people. The people is what makes it for me. I just loved it, every last second of it. But anyway, so let's get to the point of the video that you really want to see. And it is my haul. So I have everything off camera. I'm not going to do anything... I can't remember... well, actually, majority of this I picked up on the Saturday. There was a couple of things I picked up on the Sunday. So I'm going to start off with the Saturday stuff. So I picked up this. So this is one of the purchases I picked up on the Saturday. I didn't realise they had this at TFNation, because I only heard of this releasing like the week before. So I don't have G1 Grimlock. I don't have the original Grimlock toy. So they announced they were releasing a missing link. A missing link Grimlock. I was like, ooh, I need that. And they had some there. So I picked up him. The next thing, again missing link, I picked up this. This is the G1 Optimus Prime missing link. I've been told the missing link Optimus Prime is really well worth picking up. I do have the original G1 Optimus Prime, but this is the missing link one, and I've been told it is a better figure because of the extra articulation they've added. Then, let me get this out the way. This is my biggest purchase of the weekend, and I have a little story about this. I got approached by a good friend of mine and fellow YouTuber, Arrowfire, and I was looking around, and I was talking to someone I can't remember who I was talking to, but I was talking to somebody at the time at the same table, and it was at Space Bridge. It was Space Bridge, his stall, and I was talking to somebody at the time, and I says, basically, I think he asked me like, what are you hoping to pick up? And I basically said, well, if anything, Beast Wars. I mean, if I can find a Masterpiece Beast Wars Megatron, that would be awesome. And he went, look, like that one up there. And I looked up and I went, no way, they've actually got a Beast Wars Megatron. And I was just like, oh, I looked at the price, and then I looked at it, and I looked at the guy I was talking to, and he was just like, well, I was like, I've got the money. It's not the problem about the money. I've got the money, but I was just looking at the price, and I'm like working things out in my head. And I went, sod it, I'm going to get it. Masterpiece Beast Wars Megatron. The guy at Space Bridge said to me, this has never been transformed. It is all boxed, it is all there. It has been opened, but it's never been transformed. So this guy should not have any stress marks, because I don't know if this is the re-release. I did hear that it's no longer produced, this figure. This figure is no longer produced, apparently, hence why it's so hard to find. I mean, I do want to do a review on it, but at the same time, I don't want to break it. So I'm going to have a really long think whether I want to review this guy or not. Sorry, Arrowfire, my good friend. I beat you to it. And yeah, he came up to me in the bar and he said, I have reason to believe you bought a Beast Wars Megatron. I have to have words with you. And he said he saw it and he was contemplating on buying it. He walked off and came back and he got told that by the guy at Space Bridge I had purchased it before him. So, but no, it's all good. I'm going to treasure him. The next thing I picked up, this was actually the first thing. You've probably already seen it, but anyway, this was the first thing I picked up at the. I walked through the doors. I was with Sam, who was a Firestorm at the time, and I made a beeline straight to In-Demand Toys, and I was looking for something in particular. I was looking for something totally different, and then I noticed this on the shelf, and it was the last one on the Saturday. There was only one left on the stall on that Saturday, so I picked up Masterpiece. The new Masterpiece, or should I say the MPG Takara Tomy Soundwave. This guy I will be doing a review on. I did have a Masterpiece Soundwave, okay? I had a Masterpiece Soundwave. This guy is the exact same figure, but they've just redecorated him to make him look a little bit more movie accurate, I guess. Or more cartoon accurate. But I had Masterpiece Soundwave when they originally released him, but I lost my job at the time and I had to sell some figures that I knew would sell to make some money, and so unfortunately I don't have a Masterpiece Soundwave anymore. So I've rectified that problem. I now have a Masterpiece Soundwave and I'm so happy. He's beautiful. Yes, they were the Saturday purchases. Sunday purchases, so this was I wanted both of these. I wanted Thundercracker and Skywarp, I think it is, that's out. I wanted Thundercracker and Skywarp for Studio Series. On the Saturday, there was none left by the time I got in there. But on the Sunday, there was one left of this guy. I picked up Studio Series Thundercracker. There was literally, I don't know where it came from. I walked through In-Demand Toys many times on the Saturday and Sunday. There wasn't there. This guy was just on his own. And I went, mine? Oh yeah, I got this guy on the Saturday as well, forgot to mention. I went to Toy Fu, because you've always got to buy from Toy Fu. I managed to pick up a G1 Jazz. He comes with his missile launcher. So I'm just going to be very careful with that, because it has come out of there. It's not the best. So I have got his missile and shoulder cannon thing, and he also comes with his gun. So I have a complete G1 Jazz. Unfortunately, he is a bit worse for wear. Since I got home, the tyres are really bad. This tyre has completely perished because it is a proper old figure. So the rubber tyres are pretty much gone. He is really yellowed, as you can probably tell. He's really yellowed. He can barely stand properly, and he is very loose in those legs. But I don't own a G1 Jazz, and I've always wanted a G1 Jazz. So he is really cool. Oops, he is really nice. So I have a G1 Jazz, bit worse for wear, but I'm happy. I also picked up this off of my good friend Baz. I went by his stall. This was on the Sunday, and I picked up this little card wallet with Predacon symbol on, 3D printed. That's what he does on his stall. He 3D prints all sorts of things. So I picked up this. I love my Beast Wars, so I got the green and purple Predacon symbol card wallet. Then I went by Jim Sorenson's table on the Sunday, and I saw these advertised before we came to TFNation. I was like, ooh, I need to get them. And he had all 3 issues, the first 3 issues of this. So I picked up all 3, and yeah, not the cheapest, but at the same time, I wanted them. So what's the problem? So I got issue 1 of the Shattered Glass Transformers animated comic book. That is all fan done. It's an independent thing. So I had this one. These are all, I'm not going to get them out, but they are signed by Jim Sorensen himself, all 3. So he kindly signed them for me. So I have issue 1, issue 2, and issue 3. So this is the Shattered Glass. For those that don't know, it was basically, it started off as it was BotCon, I believe. BotCon exclusive toys, and then it became like it actually kind of got turned into like actual comic book series. Shattered Glass is basically like a mirror universe where the Autobots are evil and the Decepticons are good. And so I've always really liked Shattered Glass. Not everybody does, but I do. One more thing I bought this off of Pixel Formers. Got myself a cap. So I picked up this from Pixel Formers, my good friend Pixel Formers. This is a Soundwave cap, pixelated. His artwork, where he basically all the Transformers characters, he does it in pixel format. I really liked it. So I got the Soundwave with Ravage and Frenzy there on the cap. Really nice. Then I'm going to show this. My brilliant friend Raymond T did me this really awesome laminated pass with my socials on it, my logo and Soundwave. Thank you again, Raymond, for that. We got these because we went to see the movie. We went to go and see the Transformers the movie on the Friday night, and they gave us for going, because originally they wanted to try and do at the Cineworld, at Resort World, they wanted to host a special thing at, I think it was TFNation last year, I think it was, I don't know, but they wanted to try and do a screening of it at Cineworld, and you would purchase a ticket and you go and watch the film in cinemas, the Transformers, the 86 movie, and unfortunately that didn't go ahead. So they basically did this really nice extravagant thing where they really turned it up to 11, and they, you know, actually put it through the proper concert speakers. So it was proper cinema sound, and so they gave us a really cool like little cinematic experience of the movie. And we've actually been there. They gave us a free print that was done by David Cousins, really good artist. So as you can see, a really nice print that we all got given. That I'm gonna, yes, this print has indeed survived the trip home. So I'm going to see about getting a little frame, probably get that framed and protected. I pre-ordered through Primetime Toys. I've been talking to my good friend Moth, Primetime Toys. He's been doing this whole thing with the South Korean metal card bots and Danoroids or something. So there's like South Korean series. And he's been really heavily investing in this and trying to get people's attention of those toys, and they are really awesome. And I wanted these, and I pre-ordered. Yeah, I pre-ordered them at TFNation. So I got, what was it? Is it Black Kaiser or something? I can't remember his name, but there was a black one. I can't remember. My head is literally mush right now, but I pre-ordered both of them through Primetime Toys, and because of doing that, I got a free print, a really nice cool print that was done by Lucan Tees. He did this really awesome print, and I got that for free for pre-ordering them. So I got my CD signed by Vince DiCola. So I brought this with me. This is my 20th anniversary box, 20th anniversary album of the songs from the Transformers the movie 86, and it is signed by none other than Mr. Vince DiCola up here somewhere. So that is beautiful. I got gifted some things as well. So I got gifted some things. I got a little Blockies Rumble. So I'm very happy with that. off of my good friend Real Sam. And then my good friend Andy Morrison, he came up on the Sunday and he gave me a couple figures as a gift. So he gave me this, which is, I think this is the Human Alliance Transformers Revenge of the Fallen or Dark of the Moon, one of the two, Sideswipe. So this is the movie Sideswipe Human Alliance. I used to have this years ago. I don't have it anymore in my collection, but I used to have this years and years ago. But it's a pretty cool toy. And also, in the bag that he gave me a Beast Hunters Wheeljack. Very happy. From Transformers Prime. I also got gifted off my good friend Lawrence. He said I could have this from him, which is one of these little stuffed keychain things of Starscream. And my good friend Real Sam, again, Silver Moon, she gave me Soundwave. So I've got those off of them too as well. And I have to make a very, very quick thank you to Real Sam. We've been back and forth in private, you know, talking with one another. Me, Fake Sam, and Real Sam, all three of us have got a group chat going on. Yes, some people will be like, "Ooh, I want ears on this group chat," but no, it's all innocent. Sometimes she messaged us going back about a month or so ago, maybe give or take, and she said, she basically she knew Silver Moon or Real Sam. She knew that I like K-pop Demon Hunters, and the same with Sam, Fake Sam as well, my good friend Sam from Sir Firestorm. We both like K-pop Demon Hunters. I really like that film. And basically she was asking us questions of like, who's our favourite characters from the film? Mine is Mira, because I love Mira, and Rumi is Sam's. So basically she was asking all these questions, and she says, well, I might be making you something. I've got you making like a little gift for you to, you know, for TFNation. So me and Sam bought her, because she was making something for us and she wasn't asking for any money or anything, it was a gift. Me and Sam, between us, Sam got her something and I got her something to say thank you. And basically she gave me this bag full of stuff. This bag, that's all of it's in, she made herself as well. Brilliant. Because she does embroidery and things like that as a hobby as well. She's really good at it. So she gave us like a little bag of treats. So she bought me a bag for K-pop Demon Hunters. So this is actually bought, but it's really cool. I'm probably not going to use it because I don't want to damage it, but this is going to be probably, I'm going to put this somewhere in my bedroom somewhere. So thank you very much for that. And then she bought me a mirror, like, I guess maybe you could put this on your bag, I guess, I don't know. But this is Mira, the character from K-pop Demon Hunters, and that's really cool. And then she made me, this is handmade by Real Sam herself, framed. This is the emblem, the logo for K-pop Demon Hunters, and my name inside of it. I'm going to treasure this forever. I'm going to put this up on my wall at some point. So thank you very much. She gave me all these different bits. There's a keychain in there of Derpy, which looks like Fake Sam very much. And then a little notebook, which I will be using. I might not use this for writing in. I might actually have this as like a little sketchbook. I know it's not meant for drawing in, but I might do pencil art in this. And then a little keychain of Genu from K-pop Demon Hunters, little pop vinyl keychain. A little Derpy pen, which is awesome. I think that's everything. If I'm missing something, I do apologise, Sam. But that's that. And the last thing I need to show you is my t-shirt that I picked up, that I pre-ordered from TFNation themselves. So this is what I was alluding to, my t-shirt in my thoughts section of this video. So I pre-ordered a t-shirt, and This was designed by Ed Perry, who is also a volunteer, part of the TFN crew, and he did the art for this. And as soon as I saw this, I was like, I need one of those. So I was very lucky to be able to get this t-shirt. So this is all freshly washed, by the way, so I've done all my washing today from the weekend. But this is such heroic nonsense. So I got the Decepticon one, which is awesome. So Ed Perry, thank you, incredible. And also thank you to the TFNation crew. And I got one. That is it. I think that's everything. If there is anything else, I will post it somewhere. But I think that's everything. It covers all the purchases I made myself, everything I was gifted. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone that gifted me something. And I'm so happy to get Beast Wars Masterpiece Megatron and everything else. So good. So happy. So happy. And there's the video. There's my thoughts and boughts. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe if you enjoy all the videos that I make. Not just for TFNation, but also my reviews as well. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be back real soon. And I will start cracking on with some reviews. Maybe not the Beast Wars Megatron, because I am very, very unsure whether to review that or not, or just have it in box. We'll see. But anyway, so, yeah, thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye for now.